The wind shifted today to come out of the south-southeast and was still blowing 10 to 15 miles per hour. I started my round on the back nine in a tie for 9th place. Number 10 is a 513-yard downhill par 5 with bunkers guarding the left side of the fairway and out of bounds on both sides. I hit a solid drive down the middle of the fairway about 200 yards out. I hit a 3 hybrid that landed short of the green and rolled just over the back left side of the green. From there, I chipped back onto the green about 3 feet from the hole and I made the putt for a starting birdie.
Good job, babe. Good birdie.
Number 11 is a 456-yard dogleg right par 5 with a large bunker at the right side of the dogleg and a small pond that guards the front of the green and extends out to about 80 yards from the green. I changed my strategy on this hole for Sunday and hit a 3 hybrid off the tee down the fairway about 255 yards out. I hit a 7-iron to lay up short of the pond about 100 yards out. My gap wedge from there ended up about 20 feet directly above the hole. I left the putt about 6 inches from the hole and tapped in for a par. Number 12 is a 130-yard par 3 over a portion of the lake and a green with a ridge through the middle of the green, and a very severe slope from back to front. The pin was sitting up on the top of the ridge. My shot landed just below the hole and about 4 to 5 feet short of the ridge, and spun back down the hill to the front of the green, leaving me about a 40-foot putt back up the hill. My approach shot came up even with the hole about 3 to 4 feet left. I made the putt from there for a par.
Good job, babe.
Number 13 is a 361-yard straightaway par 4 with a 2-tier green slightly uphill from the tee to the green. The wind was in our face on Sunday. I hit a good drive down the middle of the fairway to about 140 yards out. My second shot was uphill and into the wind to that front pin placement. My approach shot came up about 15 to 20 feet short of the hole, and my chip shot stopped about 5 feet below the hole. I missed the putt just short of the hole and tapped in for a bogey. Number 14 is a 347-yard dogleg right, par 4, with large bunkers guarding both the right and left edges of the dogleg. I pushed my driver slightly and ended up in the right fairway bunker with the ball below my feet. My second shot went right and ended up a couple of feet out of bounds. So I dropped back in the sand and hit my fourth shot, ending up just short of the green. My chip shot from there rolled past the hole by about 15 feet, and I missed the putt, tapping in for a triple bogey. Number 15 is a 340-yard straightaway par 4, with a large bunker guarding the left front of the green. Again, the wind was in our face on Sunday. I hit a good drive down the left side of the fairway about 100 yards from the green. My second shot went straight for the hole and ended up about 4 feet below the hole. I made that putt for a bounce-back birdie.
Good birdie, Liv.
Number 16 is a 335-yard dogleg right, par 4, requiring a layup off the tee approximately 175 yards out, just short of the creek which crosses the hole. From there, the second shot is uphill to a large green protected by a large bunker on the right side. After waiting for a couple of groups, we were finally able to tee off. I hit a 5-iron down the right side of the fairway to about 180 yards out. This left a 3 hybrid uphill and into the wind, which ended up pin high right of the green, about 30 yards from the hole. I hit my wedge shot to about 10 feet from the hole and left the putt short of the hole, about 6 inches. I tapped in for a bogey. Number 17 is a 142-yard, slightly uphill par 3, with 2 bunkers guarding the left and right front of the green. My approach shot ended up in the middle of the green, about 20 feet left of the hole. I missed the putt about 6 inches right of the hole and tapped in for a par.
Good job, babe.
Number 18 is a 339-yard dogleg left, par 4, with trees and out of bounds down the left side of the hole and large bunkers guarding the right side of the fairway. The second shot is uphill to a fairly severely sloping green. I hit a driver down the middle of the fairway that bounced over the bunker through the fairway and stopped about 100 yards out in the rough. My second shot came up short of the green and rolled back down the hill into the fairway about 20 yards from the hole. My chip shot ended up about 6 feet past the hole. I missed the putt and tapped in for a bogey. Number 1 is a 387-yard dogleg right par 4, hitting down from the tee box to the fairway below and back up to the green. A small pond guards the left side of the green. My driver off the tee went through the fairway into the rough with a wedge into the green. My approach shot ended up on the front part of the green, about 20 feet below the hole. I two-putted from there for a par.
Sit down. Get in right there.
Number 2 is a 397-yard dogleg par 4 with a large bunker at the dogleg where the fairway drops significantly down towards the green. There is OB and trees if you go too far off the tee. I hit a 3 hybrid off the tee and landed in the fairway, but the ball rolled into the rough about 150 yards out. My second shot went over the trees and onto the green about 6 feet directly behind the hole. I missed the putt just right of the hole and tapped in for a par. Number 3 is a short 111-yard par 3 with a heart-shaped green with water guarding the front and right side of the green. I hit my wedge onto the front of the green with about 3 to 4 feet below the hole. I made the putt for a birdie.
Good job.
Number 4 is a 493-yard par 5 where the drive goes over a large hill back down and the fairway goes further up the hill to a very deep green with a big slope from back to front. The wind was more in our face and right to left. My driver went down the left side of the fairway and caught the slope left, ending up in the left rough, about 10 feet from the penalty area. I had some trees hanging in front of me, so I hit a punch 5-iron shot. There must have been a small rock in front of my ball because it took off right immediately and ended up in the right rough behind another tree, about 175 yards out. I punched another 8-iron shot up just short of the green. The pin was up on the top tier of the green, and my pitch shot did not make it up the hill. My first putt came up about 4 feet short, and I missed that putt to end up with a double bogey. Number 5 is a 338-yard dogleg right par 4. The fairway drops quite a ways from the tee box and then gradually goes back up towards the green. A large bunker guards the right side of the fairway, and OB is in play down the left side of the driving area. I hit a solid drive down the middle of the fairway about 50 yards out. My sandwich second shot ended up about 6 feet right of the hole, and I missed the putt and made the two-footer coming back for a par.
Good job, honey.
Number 6 is a 367-yard dogleg left, par 4, going up the hill to a green with the fairway and green both sloping from right to left. I hit a good drive down the left side of the fairway, about 120 yards out. I pulled my second shot coming up the hill to land in the middle of the green, but it caught the ridge in the middle of the green and rolled over to the left side of the green, probably 50 to 60 feet from the hole. My first putt went about 6 feet past the hole, but I made the 6-footer coming back for a par.
Good putt. Get in.
Good job.
Number 7 is a very beautiful but challenging 461-yard par 4, which starts high on the hill and drops quite a ways down the fairway. As you get into the driving area, the fairway becomes very narrow. As the fairway moves towards the green, it goes uphill towards the green and slopes right to left. The green is guarded by a couple of bunkers on the left side and the green is separated into 2 tiers about halfway back. I hit a driver down the left side of the fairway about 220 yards out. However, it was an awkward stance in the fairway, and my second shot went into the right rough behind a couple of trees. I was able to punch a 5-iron from about 60 yards out and use the slope around the green to put my shot about 20 to 25 feet from the hole on the upper tier of the green. My first putt stopped about 2 feet short, and I tapped in for a par. Number 8 is a 147-yard par 3 over the pond next to number 1 green. The green is quite wide but not very deep. The wind can be deceiving, but when it is in your face, sometimes seeming calm and then suddenly picking up but when you hit. That happened when I hit and my approach shot landed over the right edge of the lake and rolled back into the lake. I dropped back to the side of the lake and hit my pitch shot from about 20 yards to about 5 to 6 feet from the hole. I made the putt for a bogey.
Good putt.
Number 9 is a straightaway 347-yard par 4 with a deep swale in front of the green, starting about 90 yards from the green, and then climbing back up to the green. The green itself is very wide, but not too deep, making distance control important. I hit a solid drive down the right side of the fairway to about 110 yards from the green. The pin was located on the back right side of the green. My approach shot was to the middle of the green, about 30 feet left of the hole. My putt hit the edge of the hole and lipped out, going about 2 feet past. I made that putt for a par. I was pretty happy with my play again today. Like Saturday, I hit 2 bad holes that cost me 5 shots. My driver was not quite as consistent, hitting 9 out of 14 fairways. However, I hit 12 of 18 greens and had 33 putts, including some good 5 to 6 foot putts. I moved up 1 spot from 9th at the beginning of the day to tied for 8th overall. I feel like I put myself in position to win again for the second week in a row, getting to within about 2 to 3 shots at one point in the round. Thanks for watching my round.